Welcome. I'm not here long. This is not one of the regular video. I decided to be home today to rest my body, rest my mind. But yet and still my body cannot find rest. My mind cannot find rest. The telephone calls, I have to be in and out. I cannot cut my phone off for a second. It's troubling. I'm home today. Just give me a few minutes, few seconds, and then I will just clear up what I want to say. And then I will let you go to do your business. Just give me a few seconds. Let me get something adjusted here. And then you notice that no music is on. I didn't start this video with music. It's not one of my regular videos. You can see from my dress, I'm home. From the background, you know I'm home. I will speak to you in few seconds, for a few minutes, to let something out. And then that will be it for today. So please bear with me for a few seconds. All right. Okay. Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good night, good day, wherever you are. You know, we are in troubling times, deep troubling times. And this is no time to smile about it. This is no time to joke about it. I just want to say something. I'm not angry. I'm not emotional. I am calm, but I'm troubled. I'm troubled not for myself. I'm troubled because of our country. I'm troubled because it is simply troubling. Pray. Liberians, pray. Liberians, home and abroad, pray. Pray. The clouds are gathering. The dark clouds are gathering. And if we don't pray, we don't change the course of direction, we don't pray for God's intervention, and we ourselves act in a way that God will answer our prayer to change the course of direction, trouble is on the horizon. Trouble is on the horizon. I'll speak to you this afternoon as one of your national leaders. I speak to you deep from my heart and from things that I know. The direction this country is headed, pray. Pray. I keep hearing people, and sometimes they may be right. Opposition, what you're doing? Opposition too weak. You're just sitting down. Somebody need to suggest to me or tell us what we should do. What we should do. What should we do? Look, let me be clear here. Yekeh Kolubah is enough for one person. Yekeh Kolubah is being deliberately harassed. Yekeh Kolubah is the only person in opposition who has been harassed, intimidated, and made uncomfortable more than any of us in opposition. I know my life threatened. You get a chance, they will throw bomb on me today. They will fake acid then. They're looking for me any kind of way, all kinds of way. God is there. I know that. But Yekeh Kolubah is the most harassed, intimidated, and troubled opposition. Some people say, oh, the way Yekeh Kolubah can talk, and everybody get a way of talking. Yekeh Kolubah talking is not the reason we can't account for $25 million from mop-up exercise. When we can't account for it as a government, that's when Yekeh talks. When we can't account for stimulus package, that's when Yekeh talks. Yekeh Kolubah talking is not the reason George Weah built all those houses. From unquestionable money. From questionable money. No. Yekeh Kolubah's talk is not the reason why the country economy is bad. When the economy is bad, that's when Yekeh talks. Yekeh Kolubah talk is not the reason why there's bad governance and disrespect for the rule of law in this country. When we disrespect the rule of law, that's when Yekeh talks. Oh, opposition, CPP, what you're doing? You're too weak. When we make one statement, then the same people in CPP who are moralists come out and condemn you for saying the things. When the people throw us stones, we get wounded. We go nurse our injury. They say we're weak. When they issue threatening statements, nobody condemns. Yekeh talking is not the reason people throwing stones. People throw stones, then Yekeh talk. When there's corruption, then Yekeh talks. When there's sale of our passport to criminals, then Yekeh talks. That Yekeh talking business, they sold the passports to criminals? No. You see? Pray for Liberia, whether you hear or not. The ignorant ones think it is a good thing for this country to be in turmoil only because of their personal love for one person. I pity them. I pity them. This country is in deep trouble. These people have no respect for laws. They got no respect for decency. They got no respect for norm. Any civilized norm. They will knowingly, deliberately violate the law. And then they tell you, go to court. Knowing they control the courts. These people will deliberately splash it in your faces that they are prepared to wreck this country and bring it down. And when you thought they say, he's scared of defeat, you see a defeat coming, crying baby. CPP, we need to wake up and send a strong message. I don't know why we in CPP have allowed CDC and this government to control the narrative that to protest in a democratic fashion is wrong. Protestation in keeping with democratic tenets is part of democracy. But they have made us, to feel guilty about protesting against societal ills. Democracy allows protestations. In other parts of the world, people call for protest for days and they remain there for months until their issues are answered. Because what is the essence and value of Chapter 1, Article 1 of the Constitution that says all power is inherent in the people and governments are instituted for their happiness, for their benefit? When a government's attitude, actions, behavior run contrary to the benefit of the people and their happiness, and where their safety called into question, their right to assemble and demand of their public officials is guaranteed under the Constitution. I look forward to the day I will see Omen Joseph Boakai, Alexander Cummings, Benena Yure, Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence lead us in the front and say, we are in the front, let the border hit us. Inspire the people into coming out to send a message to the government. Nobody wants to overthrow this government. Nobody wants to remove President Weah from power unconstitutionally. We want to beat him out of power constitutionally. We want to go to the ballot to remove him, just like he was voted into office. We want to send a message that it was a mistake to have George Weah in our mansion. We want to do it democratically. We want to do it democratically. But you see, the Liberian people like to be led by their leaders. They like to be inspired by their leaders. We can only want to be president of Liberia. We got to fight to want to be president of Liberia if we want to. We should not feel entitled to being president of Liberia by sitting down home. If we wait until 2023, before we want to be president, those who feel entitled, which Liberia you will meet? Which Liberia are you going to meet to contest in to want to be president? That Liberia you want to be president of 2023 from the opposition, it is time to start to save and salvage it now. Now. I mean, now. This podcast is not about George Weah. It's about Omen Joseph Boakai. It's about Benena Yure. It's about Alexander B. Cummings. It's about Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence. Call Liberia to order. Call Liberia to attention. Tell us you are going to lead us. You failed to do it. Benena Yure, Alexander Cummings, Joseph Boakai, Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence, you failed to do it. So Henry Costa led the People's Popular Movement, the COP. Because the people were looking for leadership and guidance and hope. You failed to do it when they were looking to you. And so Henry Costa was inspired, rightfully so, to fill the gap. Again, if you want to be president, you feel that you want to be president or you're entitled to being president, 2023, start to save Liberia now. If you don't do so, there may be no Liberia by 2023. Or you will have to take Liberia from deep in the septic tank by 2023. It's time to send a resounding message to the dictatorship in George Weah and his gang that enough is enough. Joseph Nyima Bwaka, Nomi Kanga Lawrence, Alexander B. Cummins, Benina Ure, the 4 political leaders of the 4 political parties. It is time now. It is time. You are failing this country. You are failing the people. Why are you here now? Why are you leaders right now? This thing about condemning George Weah for doing the things that they're doing deliberately, I'm getting sick of it. This thing about dealing with George Weah and his gang for doing the things they're doing to this country deliberately, I'm getting sick of it. What is our solution? It's time for us to stand up. Everybody won't stand. Our people look to us for leadership. We must take the leadership bull by the horn courageously to stand up for this country. Or else, the Liberia, some people want to be president of or feel entitled being president of. You will not meet it. You will not meet it when that time comes. So I'm making this public call. You can't keep harassing. They can't keep harassing Yekeh Kolubah all the time, every day. And we just issue statement of condemnation, press release, press statement, Facebook Live, and then the people used to it. Every time they do it, and we don't take action for them to cut their hands out of it, they get emboldened to do it more and do it even worse. Joseph Nyima Bwaka, Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence, Alexander B. Cummins, Benina Ure, please, for the sake of the future of this country, wake up now. Wake up now. A stage in time says 9. A stage in time says 9. And at Darius Dillion, we are prepared to put our everything on the line. Our personal security, our personal safety. We put it in God's hands first. And this is a calling God got upon our lives. And that is why we do it with passion, with discipline. We do it because we believe it, that this country deserves better and this country can be better. We are making these people emboldened in their barbarism. We are making these people emboldened in their callousness. We are making these people emboldened in their callous disrespect for the rule of law just because they know every time they do it, we simply issue press statement and everybody go home. Joseph Nyima Bwaka, Alexander B. Cummins, Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence, Benina Ure, get up. Wake up. And see what the people of this country, how they will line up behind you. You lead. Let your people follow. Leadership is about leading. Enough is enough. Yekeh Kolubah suffered damages to his property. His people, community dwellers in his community, properties were damaged and looted. As far as we know, nobody arrested yet. I have formally informed ECOWAS, and they communicated with me, the ECOWAS head office in Liberia. They communicated with me that they have reached out to the Minister of Justice and the Minister of State, Nathaniel McGill and Musa Dean. That is not enough. Oh. That is not enough. That is not enough. Benina Ure, Joseph Numa Boakai, Nomri Kanga Lawrence, Alexander B. Cummins. Wake up. Wake up. Or else the Liberia you want to be president of, you may not be here. With this thing that going on, with this thing that going on, you may not meet the Liberia you want to be president of. It is time to wake up. Opposition figures across the world, they stand up and lead their people during these times of difficulties. Issuing condemnation statements, we're tired. Tomorrow in session, in the Liberian Senate, we'll raise the passport issue. We'll place it on the record that there's a passport syndicate at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs involving high-ranking level government officials, and that we should exercise our oversight authority to salvage the image of the country, home and abroad, regarding the passport saga. It is our role. Let's see what a majority of our colleagues will see reason for us to take seize of this matter and bring a logical conclusion to this issue so that those found culpable can be prosecuted. To send a message to the world that we are not prepared to condone criminality at that level. I'm going to raise this issue formally in session tomorrow as Senator. Until I meet you, God willing, I'm home, interacting with us, trying to rest my head, know where to find rest. You can cut the phone off. Pray. Liberians, pray. The clouds are gathering. The dark clouds are gathering. This country requires and desperately needs the intervention of God. But we must be willing for God to intervene. If we're just calling God, but we're not prepared for God to intervene, it would be meaningless. God is right around. He's only waiting for us to knock the door. Liberians, pray. I'm troubled, but I'm not discouraged. Because this country has to survive, and this country has to develop. And it will take us, Liberians, to do it. Led by few courageous ones with the grace of God upon them to inspire a whole country into driving into change. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Mama Liberia.